President Trump's pick for FBI Director Kash Patel, front and center on Capitol Hill today. He's backed by most Republicans who expect he'll come in and make major changes.
This is why snippets of information are often misleading and detrimental to this committee's advice and consent process.
Well, if you consent, I would love to have 5 hours of questions, and then I could read the whole transcript.
You've got 2 minutes.
Wow.
I want you to turn around. There are Capitol Police officers behind you. They're guarding us. Take a look at them right now. Turn around.
I'm looking at you. You're talking to me.
No, look at them.
Bernie, the problem of corruption is not just in the federal agencies, it's in Congress too. Almost all the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry. And protecting their interests.
Oh, I thought that would come. No.
Democrats are crashing out as they just can't handle President Trump's cabinet nominees. Now, we're going to be covering both RFK Jr. and Kash Patel as they go against the opposition. Now, I'm telling you guys, the things get ugly. We've got multiple Democrats literally shouting at Trump's nominees. Senator Bernie Sanders gets embarrassed, and Senator Adam Schiff continues to make himself look more and more like a liar. Now, we got a lot to talk about, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Senator Bernie Sanders has made a name for himself when it comes to working Americans, saying for the longest time that he's working for the American people. But the facade is now gone since he was exposed. In fact, the confirmation hearing for RFK Jr. had a tense moment where he said that Sanders took millions of dollars from Big Pharma. And a simple Google search would show you that Kennedy knows what he's talking about. This has led supporters to find out the truth for themselves. Check this out. And guys, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate y'all hitting the like button and for sharing this video. Let's jump in.
I am out front of the Bernie Sanders coffee shop here in Los Angeles, California, where in 2016 it started off to be a place, a refuge for progressives and people to come and talk about politics and try to figure out how we can beat the establishment. I was someone who felt the burn at the time. And now, after RFK's confirmation hearing, I just want to ask Bernie, what does it feel like to show America that you're no different than the rest of them? Within 1 minute, you showed that you took $1.5 million from Big Farm. And you were like, oh, no, I didn't take any money. I didn't take 1 penny from executives. I didn't take 1 penny. Well, I only took $1.5 million out of $200 million. And yet you get on talk shows and you talk to reporters and they say, well, how do you afford three big old homes? And you're like, well, I sold a lot of books. When come to find out, you're the exact same as everybody else. You take so much money from Big Farm. You take so much money from all the same people that everybody else does. I just wanted to show you that the legacy that you're leaving behind, the memories that you're leaving behind, because it's all gone now. Everybody knows you're a liar.
Besides being a liar, Democrats are flat out showing the entire nation that they're incompetent. And this is what President Trump has been talking about for the longest time. The Democratic Party doesn't have many people who can actually say that they have common sense. And these hearings are now pushing more and more people away from the party. Here's a post on X with more than 6 million views, guys. His name's Toby Rogers, and he said this: I'm a lifelong straight party ticket Democrat. And after watching this hearing today, I can never vote for any of them again. I'm appalled and disgusted by what the party has become. Now, remember, guys, Donald Trump used to be a Democrat. They all loved him. The same could be said for Tulsi Gabbard. The same could be said for RFK Jr. and even Elon Musk. Granted that Elon Musk said that he's more of a centrist, even though he leaned more to the left. And I just want to show you the rest of the clip where Bernie absolutely loses it. Watch this.
Almost all the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry. And protecting their interests.
Oh, I thought that would come. No. I ran for president like you. I got millions and millions of contributions. They did not come from the executives, not 1 nickel of PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. They came from workers.
In 2020, you were the single largest
because I had
receiver of pharmaceutical money.
from workers all over this country. Workers,
You were the
miss
single-
not a nickel from corporate
Bernie,
tax.
you were the single largest acceptor of
workers-
pharmaceutical dollars.
No, from workers in the industry.
1.5 million.
Yeah, out of 200 million.
So it's plain as day. These so-called public officials, they're doing their best to fight, just not for us. They're fighting for these billion-dollar companies because they know for a fact that putting RFK Jr. as HHS secretary will hurt these rich people. And the fact that they insist that it's President Trump who's protecting the rich tells us everything we need to know already, right? This is one of the biggest reasons as to why these Democrats don't want Kash Patel as FBI director, because he's been talking about his plans for the longest time. Many of us already expect to see the Epstein files if he's ever confirmed.
Why are the Democrats so afraid of you?
I don't know, Senator. You'd have to ask them.
Well, I tell you what I think, and listening to their questions and your responses, which we appreciate, they know that you're going to go in and you're going to clean up that political cabal that has been over there for years. You are going to reposition the FBI to its core mission. You stated that earlier in this hearing, and there will be no more political persecutions and no more two tiers of justice. And they have liked having two tiers of justice. They have enjoyed it, and it has helped them, they think, in their political mission.
Senator Blackburn also asked if Kash Patel is willing to work with her to uncover the secrets of Epstein and all of those who are involved. Kash Patel said absolutely, and that this is one of the things that he's going to be focused on if he's confirmed. One senator who's extremely happy about Kash Patel is Adam Schiff. Schiff, as we all know, has been preemptively pardoned by former President Joe Biden, together with the likes of Anthony Fauci and Liz Cheney. Now, I want you guys to watch this exchange and realize that Schiff could be speaking to the very person who will investigate his butt in the future.
I want you to turn around. There are Capitol Police officers behind you. They're guarding us. Take a look at them right now. Turn around.
I'm looking at you. You're talking to me.
No, look at them. I want you to look at them if you can, if you have the courage to look them in the eye, Mr. Patel, and tell them you're proud of what you did. Tell them you're proud that you raised money off of people that assaulted their colleagues, that pepper sprayed them, that beat them with poles. Tell them you're proud of what you did, Mr. Patel. They're right there. They're guarding you today. Tell them how proud you are.
That's an abject lie, and you know it. I've never, ever accepted violence against law enforcement. I've worked with these men and women, as you know,
you
my entire
glorified
life,
it in song,
and I did
Mr.
not
Patel.
make a single dime out of
In
it.
song. Well, let me.
How about you ask them if I have their backs, and let's see about that answer.
Now, I want to remind you guys that Adam Schiff is a liar. He was censured for doing exactly that. His own hatred for Trump led to that situation. And so now with Kash Patel, he's doing the exact same thing, because nothing clouds our judgment more than anger and hatred. And this is what made Kash Patel stand out. Former Congressman Devin Nunes praised Patel for his performance while criticizing the Democrats who questioned him.
What did you think about, not just the way Kash testified today, but what you heard from the United States senators?
Well, it depends which one. I thought that Chairman Grassley did a great job. I thought that Kash Patel took tough questions, which the Senate has a right to ask those tough questions, and the American people got to see and learn a lot about Kash and his background. Everybody that's worked with him closely knows that he does an excellent job. He is an excellent job at investigating, which, by the way, that's what the FBI needs to get back to doing, is actually investigating and going after criminals. I would say, Will, that Adam Schiff, the American people lost him in the United States House of Representatives. That was a gain for the House of Representatives. But I think the Democratic senators are now realizing that the circus has come to them. And I thought Adam Schiff was an embarrassment, like he normally is. He clearly has an axe to grind with Kash Patel, because it was Kash and our team that made a mockery of this guy year after year after year for lying to the American people, and the audacity that he has to go down additional conspiracy theory routes to tarnish Kash's reputation after he already participated, as Kash said there in his testimony, he was the one responsible for leaking Cash's information out where Cash became a target.
And I believe that Senator Ted Cruz made the most sense when he called out what these other senators were doing. Instead of building a solid argument as to why Kash Patel shouldn't be FBI director, they focused on being as loud as possible.
And I got to say, watching the Democrats' ridiculous behavior in the hearings, it reminded me of a line from Shakespeare's Macbeth. It was a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury and signifying nothing. I think the Democrats, they tried to put on a circus. They screamed, they yelled, they stomped their little feet, they beat the table. But at the end of the day, what is really striking is none of them made a serious argument that Kash Patel is not qualified. He's spent nearly 2 decades working in law enforcement. He's been a federal public defender. He's been a federal prosecutor. He's worked in the National Security Division of the Department of Justice. He's been a senior national security staffer on Capitol Hill. He's worked in the national security apparatus in the White House, and he's been the chief of staff at the Department of Defense. I mean, his experience is extensive. What they are afraid of is that Kash Patel will do exactly what Donald Trump promised.
Now, one thing that we can all take from these hearings is that President Trump, he didn't pick pushovers. These folks have backbones. These people are ready to serve, and they're going to push back if and when needed. So here's my question. Were any of you guys impressed with Kash Patel or RFK Jr.? Now, I want you guys to check out a recent live stream I did where I discussed the change that the country is going through right now, especially when it comes to DEI policies. Many companies are starting to follow the norm, while others still feel as if the shift is wrong. Make sure you guys watch that after this. As always, thank you so much for hitting the like button and for sharing this video. We'll see you guys next time.